The number 5 hasn't been yet, has it?
No, it hasn't been yet. Still waiting.
Back in 2021, we published our Community Climate Action Plan by and for disabled people. We talked to lots of disabled people across the city about the issues that were crossing over both climate change and disability issues. Of those themes, transport was always the one that people wanted to talk about, and the inaccessibility of buses was often the most burning problem for lots of people.
Barriers to catching a bus.
I've got a vision impairment. I find it hard to know sort of when the buses are coming or sort of finding access to the bus timetable.
Feels like a bit like Russian roulette because I'm not sure how I'm going to be received from the bus driver and how helpful they're going to be.
Onto the stair we
Sorry mate, there's no wheelchair space left.
I think the pram's just in it at the moment, if you wouldn't mind just asking them to move so I could get on.
Oh, that's not very my job, mate. You can get the next bus.
Well, the thing is, if the next bus has a pram in it as well, it is full or has a wheelchair user, I won't be able to get up that one either. I've already missed 2 buses. If you don't help me out and I can't get on this bus, I'm going to be late for work. I'm already running late as it is.
Yeah, everyone's going to be late, mate, if you make us all wait. Can you just get the next one?
Thank you.
Forum Theatre is a kind of interactive play, and it's about exploring the barriers that we experience and finding ways of creative thinking so that we can potentially get rid of those problems, or if we experience them in future, we might know how to respond to them. People often call forum theatre rehearsing for life. So you have a scripted play, you play it through once, and then you play it through again, and this time the audience can jump in and they can change things.
You know, there have been so many cuts, so many funding cuts, and there's so little that I can add.
Well, I think another good place for us to start would be to do a survey to find out how people are affected.
Who would like to have also emailed this councillor about this last week? No one else has emailed me.
Barriers to being on the bus.
When the bus drivers drive off, without me sitting down, sometimes I wobble and I can trip over.
My biggest problem is about actually being able to get a seat and being able to get to the seat quickly enough. So I use a cushion to help with my pain. Unfortunately, sometimes there isn't a seat and I have to say, can somebody give me a seat, please?
Some have CCTV working, some don't. I mean, the CCTV is important if disabled people get bullied.
Alright, Gary, you're right, mate.
Next stop, Penn Street.
Yeah, no, mate, I couldn't put...
Sorry mate, can you just watch out? You'll hit me with your bag, you're right up in my personal space here.
Oh, chill out, mate, it's a bus, isn't it?
Next stop, the horse fair.
So would you mind just popping the ramp out for me, please, Drive?
You can get over that, can't you? It shouldn't be a problem.
I'll go if I need to get off.
No, I think the gap between the bus and the curb is a little bit too big. I think my wheels will get stuck. A lot of drivers act like it's such an inconvenience, and it actually causes me a lot of anxiety when I'm waiting at the bus stop. I'm thinking, am I going to get one of the good drivers that puts the ramp out without any hassle, or am I going to get someone that's going to give me a bit of pushback?
I come from Nottingham. Their buses were more regular, weren't late as often, and I also don't think people had to request the ramps being put out as much. I think that was more of an automatic understanding.
All right, we're everybody back. Yeah, we're going to put the ramp back now.
Sometimes people say to me, why is the accessibility of buses the climate change issue? Obviously, if we want people to be able to drive less, we have to have accessible alternatives for everyone.
Solutions.
There's sort of knowing when the buses are coming, but also which is the right bus stop. So sometimes it might say, you know, you can get on the bus stop at C3 or something, but then it's not really clear at that bus stop. Like the signage could be better.
It requires everybody that uses a bus to actually like pay a bit more attention.
You need people to have an open mind, and you need people to be willing to engage in a conversation and take on board what you're saying and believe you when you say that this is causing me distress.
The solution for the bus drivers and the passengers would be to have a bus conductor. So therefore the driver could then just concentrate on his driving, and then the bus conductor can take the fares and also be the mediator for the passengers.
What we'd like non-disabled people to understand.
So I think really it's just sort of raising awareness that, you know, disabled people come in all different shapes and sizes, all different impairments, some visible, some invisible. But maybe if somebody asks for a little bit of help, or somebody asks for a seat that is close to the bus entrance, then please, you know, give that up without sort of questioning.
I'd like non-disabled people to be aware that all of the barriers and troubles that they have with buses, we also have on top of all of these other issues that we're trying to highlight.
The next steps.
Our inclusive transport advocate is going to be doing more work on buses, talking to lots of disabled people across the city and seeing how we can make change. But whoever you are, even if you're non-disabled, you can make change here. You can be an ally to disabled people on your buses, you can be writing to your councillors, and you can be here to support us so that we don't have to do all the work, and we can make sure that Bristol's buses are fit for everyone.